Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's YunKs. Today, I'll be showing you guys Hopscotch Pilgrim. This is a pulse rifle that I did get as an endgame Crucible drop. Anyway, let's just quickly go over the perks that I have on this thing. So for the sights, I run red.oes. We have Head Seeker in the middle, lightweight, hand laid stock, and injection mold. I go with hand laid stock. And we have third eye for our final perk. So okay perks on this pulse rifle. Now, this is the same archetype as a Red Death. It is towards the higher impact for pulses. Anyway, let's just get right into the gameplay. So, Hopscotch Pilgrim versus the Ultra Knight for the DPS test. It took me 53 shots to put him down, having to reload once, that reload clocking in at about 2.5 seconds long, each headshot dealing 605 damage, and there are 3 shots in each burst, so each burst in total dealing 1,815 damage, and it took me 11.1 seconds to kill him. Alright, and I guess we'll talk a little bit about PvE with Hopscotch Pilgrim. Mine specifically isn't all that great. Third Eye is not a great PvE perk. Head Seeker, I guess, is okay. This thing does hit like a truck. It does hit hard, but mine specifically just wouldn't really work in PvE. There are much better options out there for me. If you could get a nice PvE roll on this, like I say in probably every goddamn video now, if you could get like some outlaw Firefly action going on, then I could definitely see it working. And that is even if Firefly can drop on this thing. Honestly, I really don't know, but other than that, there are probably many other options you could use over a standard ass roll on a Hopscotch Pilgrim, at least for PvE. Now let's get into PvP, where this thing definitely shines a little bit brighter. And before we get into the damage and all that shit, let me just say this right off the bat. This is not a meta weapon. The Clever Dragon will totally outgun this. The time to kill on a Clever Dragon is 0.833 seconds, which is incredibly fast. The time to kill on Hopscotch Pilgrim is 1 second, so that 1.7 seconds definitely makes a difference. And if you're going up against a Clever Dragon with high caliber rounds, you're going to have a rough time using this thing, and 9 out of 10 times you're going to lose that battle, and that is assuming if you shot each other at the same exact time, you know, if you started fighting at the same time. So using the Hopscotch Pilgrim, you are going to have to outplay your enemy. You can't just simply outgun them, you actually have to outplay them. You have to get the upper hand, you have to shoot them before they even know where you are, shoot them before they shoot you, and you should be okay. I did use this pulse rifle in the Iron Banner, and I must say I had a ton of fun with it, and despite it not being a meta weapon and not having the best time to kill out there, it's still incredibly good if you use it right. Like I mentioned earlier, it hits like a goddamn truck. Did I say that earlier? I don't know, but if you stick to those headshots, your enemies are gonna go down, you know, in a timely manner, at least for the most part. This deals great burst damage, and speaking of, we might as well go over the numbers right now. So this will deal 30 damage to the head and 20 damage to the body, and of course there are 3 shots in each burst, so if you land a full burst to the enemy's head, you will deal 90 damage, and if you land a full burst to the enemy's body, you will deal 60 damage. So it'll take 2 bursts and 1 bullet in order to put your enemy down if all your shots are headshots, or it'll take 3 bursts and 1 bullet to put somebody down if all your shots are body shots. It could also take 2 bursts to the head and 1 bullet to the body to kill your enemy, or 1 full burst to the head and 2 bursts to the body to kill your enemy. We already went over the time to kill, which was 1 second, and that is for the 2 bursts and 1 bullet. If it does take 3 full bursts to kill your enemy, it'll take 1.133, so just a tad bit longer. Let's go over Head Seeker since I do have it on my pulse rifle. So body shots are obviously not what you're going to want to aim for, but they are inevitable. They are going to happen. So when you do get a body shot, you will get a slightly more powerful headshot within a very short amount of time. So you will be dealing 32 damage to the head when Head Seeker is activated now instead of 30. So 2 extra damage, you know, it's not really going to make all that much of a difference, but I guess a little extra damage never really hurt anybody, of course, besides the enemy. Anyway, guys, go ahead and leave in the comments, do you have a Hopscotch Pilgrim? And if you do, what do you think of it and what perks are on yours? Also, let me know what vendor weapon you may want to see next, because I do have full legendary marks and I don't know what the fuck to do with them. So go ahead, let me know. Overall, I had a fantastic time with Hopscotch Pilgrim, and once again, you know, despite it not being the best archetype for pulse rifles, it really doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean you can't have fun with it. It doesn't mean You can't wreck with it. It could still do all those things depending on how you use it. I genuinely enjoyed using this in the Iron Banner, you know, where there's a lot of clever dragons and, you know, try-hard weaponry out there, and I really did not find myself having a problem using this pulse whatsoever, and I think that's a good point to end on. So that's pretty much gonna wrap this one up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed the video, and go ahead and leave a sub if you haven't already, if you want to see more weapon reviews similar to this one. I'm always covering weapons here in Destiny. Anyway guys, I will see you next time.